Namole mona kushe henu na aduro. We are don't come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yard salute. Now here we yo. Whoa, let we left for do them bad things them. We they feel a more salute. Now here we yo. Whoa, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. Fumble, Kusha and Cabo. This is a program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Sebepe, the freedom fighter. I give one big question. What thing happen when make the Minister of Information when a channel back go misbehave na Radio Democracy 98.1 this morning, August 16, 2023. And what thing make 98.1 not able for come online or not able for broadcast the program? We can't touch on that one day. But the biggest issue we make a come quick one today. Now for come tell you what is the relationship presently with the United States of America and Sierra Leone. Inside one interview, the ambassador to Salone don't explain what it make till now United States not agree for congratulate Maada even when ECSL say Maada not the president of Sierra Leone. You can same way so know how the 2023 June 24th election result go among that couple where government been done they sing and dance for, where they say the MCC couple where they over $400 million. This and plenty other things than they for inside the program today. One more time, my name is Sebepe, the freedom fighter. But do you if you not like the program yet, please now for consider for like them before the end of the program. And same way so, if you not subscribe yet, whether you watch me on YouTube or on Facebook, but you not subscribe yet to our YouTube channel, do you consider for do so right now. As we talk so, we get 85,612 subscribers then on YouTube. Remember say, we get a challenge for each 100,000 by October 2023. So, the 100,000 subscriber now for YouTube give me the silver plaque where go be the first channel. We are go be the first channel. Now Sierra Leone we will actually get the silver medal from YouTube. So please help we follow we reach that particular figure day. Now we will go inside the program better one. 98.1 Musa Kamara do one interview with the ambassador for the United States of America to Sierra Leone. This interview throw plenty light on different questions or arguments where a lot of people been done to get. Remember say, plenty time, people don't say whether United States of America congratulates Maada or not, it don't still mean anything. They say the relationship could still continue. And Maada himself don't not just say from the time where he win the campaign to the time where ECSL say he win the election. It not just say United States of America will give them one money where they don't work for at all, and a $400 million. A lot of other people don't they not just again say whether United States then congratulate or not. This money now part of what in Sierra Leone forget as they deserve them. But remember say before they deserve them, or before they say they deserve them, or before they give them this couple, they're supposed to meet some criteria then. Well, for long time, Salon been on the meet plenty of them criteria a day. But this money been tied itself to this particular election which just don't pass through. As they say, the outcome of the election or the way how ECSL and the government go handle the election go make the money come now the government in hand or go make this money not come at all. Well, as all this they be, as I say, Musa Kamara na 98.1 been do one interview with the ambassador for the US Embassy na Freetown. And let me start with waiting make them not still congratulate Maada yet. Please, I want to tell you say as the interview they go, I'm going to pause them and then they analyze them as we go along. This is the program we are on YouTube and on Facebook.
The United States is concerned about irregularities in the results that were announced by the ECSL. That includes a big difference between the ECSL announced results and the parallel vote tabulation, as well as inconsistencies that were analyzed by domestic and international observers. All of these things raise questions in our mind, and not just in the United States, but really all over the world, about the integrity of the official results. And so we have asked for an investigation conducted by an independent outside source to look at the results of the elections here in Sierra Leone. In addition, we've also called on dialogue between the two parties, between all parties really, to see how we can, or how Sierra Leoneans can move forward from this towards the next election in 2028. As well, you've seen we have called on the APC not to boycott participation in the government. I put out a tweet on that, and that was probably the most controversial thing that I've done since I've been here. I got the most reaction, positive and negative, but we feel that in order for there to be a democracy, you have to have two parties. Both parties have to participate. Particularly, we have to think about the people who voted for the APC. Their voices need to be heard. And so that's why we have pushed the APC as well to participate in the government.
Highlighting the issue of transparency in the process, and you are yet to recognize the president. What do you think is the way forward in terms of the U.S. and Australian relationship?
President Bio is the president of Sierra Leone, so it's not we're saying he's not president. What we have not done is congratulated him.
It's about the relationship. What would happen to the relationship between Sierra Leone and the U.S.?
Sir, moving forward, what we're doing is we're sort of doing a review of all of our programs, all of our government-to-government programs. What's not going to change is the work that we're doing with the people of Sierra Leone. It's really our focus here is on the people of Sierra Leone. So that the health programs that I mentioned before, we're going to continue with all of them. We may even expand some of our health programming. We're going to really focus on, helping people, helping their lives improve. We will continue to be there no matter what for the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay, so now you don't hear it waiting and talk. Well, according to the United States, embassy, ambassador Nasalon, he said, yes, Maada not the president, but then very much concerned about the inconsistency, the irregularities. That is to say, the kind of way how the ECSL, announce the results, how they go about for put them together, they're not able to understand because they not use one method, inconsistency, waiting come here and not to come here. For example, we all hear about NEW, the National Elections Watch. We've been very much concerned about the results. They not say Samora Kamara, we know. They not say Maada Loso, but they say that particular the results they will come out will make Maada get 56 point how many percent. Is that not correct? Well, the United States, Carter Center, the EU, and other big organizations that we watch elections say they self not agree with the kind of way how the ECSL come out now with the result. Well, if ECSL don't say Maada not the president, okay, we self na EU and na United States of America, we don't agree. But just no more, we not go congratulate Maada because we very much concerned, we not satisfied with the kind of result we come out of the program. Well, remember, United States of America get one of the biggest projects where this government you have to right now to sit down the wait for. When are over 500 million, as Maada been say, but before this time we be the know of 400 million. But Maada this meeting say it go even past 500 million, depending on waiting they will prioritize in this particular thing. Well, the United States still gets projects and where they go on with. Then go they do one. But just that, then go begin the slow down. And what do they mean by slow down? It means say some of the speed where they get forget, the kind of copper where they pump, they get for cut down on some of the things in there. When they say slow down, it get for me say if the work level where they get for the do right now, not get for much like how they been doing before, most of the staff then get for return back small. So this is not the thing. Yes, you now like what possible say this not the man. He say, okay, you hold the ring and me hold the man. So if you Maada, now you say now you win the election, okay, then with you presidency. You that's what you say, but we just that we not recognize you at all. Okay, well, I'm not sure that the word recognize, but we still get concerned about this particular election. So this now we position and we still stand by that one day. And not just the United States, but the world as a whole, according to this particular interview. But guess what? Before this thing, we've been talking, say, the United States of America call on the government of Salone for let them institute, independent body way for look into the election and come up with their findings. Well, the time when Maada bill they open the parliament is being thing. He say it set up a committee where for review the election. Well, the one way he go back and go put on top there. Now the vice president when Julia Jallo. Well, Julia Jallo now part of the one them will take part inside the election. Well, let me hear back what the United States of America say concerning this particular policy where they put in charge of the election result for review.
What we have called for is an independent look at what happened, an independent outside look at the 2023 elections. Any commission that's headed up by one of the political candidates in the election cannot be independent or non-biased. That's just the way it's going to be. The vice president, I know the vice president, I have a lot of respect for him. I respect his integrity. But because he was one of the candidates, we don't see that as the proper means to take a look at what happened in the past and what will happen moving forward.
On Facebook.
If you talk to government officials, they will tell you that the process will be credible.
As I said, it's just not possible for someone who was a candidate in the election to then look at the process and be not biased.
Are you doubting the credibility of the process?
I said, we have raised questions about the integrity and the credibility of the results. So we're clear on that. In order to look at that, you need to have someone who is outside of the process, who is not part of the process. That's what we're saying.
Will the incoming U.S. ambassador continue with the U.S. position on Sierra Leone's just concluded election?
Yes, the U.S. position is the U.S. position. It's not based on an individual. Certainly when the new ambassador comes here, he'll have his own style, he'll have his own way of doing things, but it's the position of the United States government, not of one individual in the government.
Okay, so now you don't hear waiting the U.S. ambassador say. Interestingly, one time in the where U.S. Government say, then they bring in another ambassador for come take over. Well, a lot of things will go on at the social media say, oh, now because of this ambassador interfere and the democracy or the election of Sierra Leone make the U.S. government don't decide for a replacement. Well, we don't come and say, no, not to so it be. Now, normal routine and then just get for a replacement. Well, you don't hear it now because a lot of people say, if they change them, the next one where they come will get for dance to the tune of this government. He say they actually, they come with another person, but the position where they get right now, not an individual position, now the position of the United States of America. So any other person will come back and can replace them, go get for day with that position there. Just that the other person, your style go there, the way they talk, the way they do things, it go different. But the position of United States of America, now the position of United States of America, and not to one individual their own position. So that is a very much clear. But look at this other thing where we've been discussed about again. Now this very platform, how you will go be the player and then you be the referee. What this simply means? It means say you vice president take part inside the election. Now, one of the candidates inside the election. Then you set up an independent review committee where for look at the election. Then you go put one of the players in the back. Now, like when you take Cristiano Ronaldo, with the play for Portugal. Okay, now we take Mohamed Kalon. Or we take Mohamed Kalon, for example, they play for Sierra Leone. Then you take Mohamed Kalon, he don't play now the pitch. Then you call them back. You say, and because we not like how the game end, let Mohamed Karon can go be the chairman of the investigation committee. Wait for look at the game between Nigeria and Sierra Leone. We make Salon get this kind of thing. What did Mohamed Karon go do? Of course, not in team. It could get for favor. So they say they want independent person for head that particular committee. Interestingly, I like the thing where they look at. Women say anybody when they get for take inside Sierra Leone is still then not get for still satisfied with the outcome of the result. Because he say the person not forget political ties, he not forget regional ties, tribal ties, ethnical ties, it for be independently not linked with any of the one they are. Women say we see us them inside the country, one way or the other. It's either they be Temne, or they be Limba, or they be Mende. One way or the other, it's either they one are the north, the south, or the west. One way or the other, it's either they get ethnic party business with other than power or other not than power. So none of them not qualify as far as the United States of America concerned. Not to the Angela Valley, not to the Ibrahim Tomi, not to the Jack and Jill, not to the McCarthy, not to the Bangura, not to the Kabak. Then none of them know, because one way or the other, they link to one of the region, one of the tribes, one of the political party, even if then they stand up say, me not belongs to this political party. You understand? So none of them not go meet that. So not even the vice president. So whatever the vice president get for do, they get for come up with the result and not get for meet the benchmark. Look at this other thing again. Now like what Maada will do so, now the thing where he do back for the Padeba issue. Padeba issue come up. Then say, the government say, then they investigate what happened in a prison. Government say then they investigate what happened in a prison. At the end of the day, the prisons department, where now one of the body that where they investigate, they come up with a report say, now this them na prison find out, and at the government position. Now Maada don't do back so. If they say investigate what happened, you take back the person where they now they all there for investigate when the vice president. You put her in charge of the investigation committee and you say na independent of the investigation committee that one day. It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. So let you know say whatever Maada do, whatever the government of Salon they do, international community they well understand their techniques, they well understand all of what they do. They can just allow them for let certain things happen in the name of this independent nation or for say we are a sovereign state. But apart from that, they understand. Now, like when some people, they go overseas and go to like say, hey, now this. Not the first thing they know they understand thing they happen, and they understand, but the thing that you can't tell we will take them so, and we will still accept to now by what to now say. But tomorrow, if anything get for change from your words of mouth again, then they get for take serious action against you. Now, you know, like waiting with the see so they happen right now. Okay, so then they review most of the programs them, including the MCC. So let me listen now. Waiting the US ambassador get for say with regards this MCC when are in this government of Salon Abopan. The outcome of the results by any means will get for affect the final decision of the MCC for give Salon money or not.
Yes, it does. So in the year or two preceding the compact, we were very clear with the government of Sierra Leone that in order to get a compact, they needed to have a fair, free, open, and transparent election. Sierra Leone had done everything else up to that point to get a compact. They passed all of the scorecards, and in some areas they did very well. But we said the one remaining thing would be a fair and free election. Given the fact that there are all sorts of questions about the results, we're taking a look, as I said, we're taking a look at everything, and that includes the MCC compact.
This one very important. If you can remember, a long time ago, Fatima Bio being gathered and one whole staff, entire office, the staff them all and dance. We were there, now we low dance for the MCC money. So now this MCC money where now the compact will be almost done day. But the only thing where they will wait for now the outcome of the 2023 election result. They say they want to see how the ECSL will actually conduct the election and wetin will be the final outcome, whether it will be credible, free, fair, and transparent. Well, according to the United States of America, they still get questions over the credibility of the announced result on the election result with ECSL announced. Because members say that they ask questions about the tabulation, how they reach into conclusion for tally all of the results today and announce all of the results today. Well, according to the United States of America, they say the parallel voter result wey come out from new and other body them show say this election result not reflect the real outcome of the vote count, the vote cast, the vote count, and the actual result for ECSL bring Canada. So, if that be the case, we still recognize say Maada Bio na the president, but wetin happen, the election result when make Maada Bio become president, we not recognize that one day, and we not go congratulate Maada Bio for that. But they say, with whatever thing we do, not for Maada Bio, we dey do am for the people of Sierra Leone. In other words, we dey make sure say we bring or do things then where the government or where the people of Sierra Leone really need. We go continue with some other projects then, when are for electricity, when are for water, when are for this and that. But we now go really congratulate Maada Bio. So these are the things then where the government really they say. But a lot of people, and including me myself, go still want for no. Waiting na the real thing where the government get for look at, or when the United States get for look at, because they say they get for slow down on several things. Because according to the United States government, they will only give this money if the government of Salone do things them, or if Maada Bio do things them where go really they in a better position. That is to say, number one, then from remember what the Common Secretary General say, he say, as a leader, you for able for unite and not for divide. You for able for dialogue. You for able for be transparent. You for able for be a criticism and other things then. So let we listen what the United States then say, because then say same way so they wait for see in as much as this government don't kind of power by hook or crook, then still they look what they go do where will better the lives of the people, what they go do for dialogue with the opposition, what they go do for put other things in place where will make the country day how it's supposed for them. So the question now, the United States of America really don't cancel the compact where they get with Sierra Leone, or the compact where Sierra Leone supposed to forget?
It's not been canceled outright, but what we're doing is we're slowing down, we're taking a pause, we're going to see what the government of Sierra Leone does next before we move forward with the compact.
So you see, they're not cancel, so no go with that bad information there. Then still they maintain them, but the only thing, then they slow down, then go sit down and watch, and then we say, okay, this line the government don't do, and the government don't do all of them things there, and it's very bad. But wait, person like the other they will talk this now, people them say we're not supposed for talking. It's possible say somebody can change, and at the same thing, United States of America don't say so. It's possible say in as much as when I don't do things them where really bad, where other people go say una thief the election. But let me sit there and wait back and watch what thing they will do next. Maybe they will change. Maybe they will do things them we will better the lives of the people them. So after that day, we go see what we go take next. If not for totally ban Sierra Leone from the MCC, or for totally withdraw all of we project them from the MCC. That one, we wait for a waiting, then go get for say. So the big question now, as they sit on the waiting exactly, then they expect for see from this government before they continue with the compact.
We have communicated to the government basically what I said before. We'd like to see an outside independent look of the election, and then we'd also like to see the government be open to a dialogue with civil society, political parties, everybody moving forward.
So you see waiting and they look forward for now. You don't see waiting United States wait for. And the government don't begin get it wrong. Because if they say independent, body wait for review the election result, and then you go to Julia Jallo, you put on the, you mean business? It means then at the same thief God laugh, not to can say. Then thief the election, then you take Julia back for can thief the final review or the final outcome of a particular investigation committee where they actually don't set up. So not to that the United States want to. So if you're not really serious and the MCC one I don't dance for, una really want them, I beg, una remove Julia Jallo there. And when they say he moved Julia Jallo, not to work out Ibrahim Tommy, or out Andrew Lavalley, or out with Reimer Kamara. No, they don't want none of their name they. So, like I say, United States of America, the same way to put plenty things say, they want them way for look at the election review. Then for be independent. They not forget any link with any of the political party, any of the tribes them. Or they not for be party with nobody. So, United States, who say really una feel say Maada for pulling people here, or who say una they expect them people here for come out?
I think the preference would probably be to be outside of Sierra Leone, because inside of Sierra Leone, it's so polarized. And when I say someone independent, I mean not only someone in the government or the SLPP, but also it shouldn't be an APC partisan, shouldn't lead the investigation. It should be someone completely divorced, who does not have, family ties or ethnic ties or political ties to the government or to the opposition.
So you see, this now with the United States of America, they ask of the government of Sierra Leone. So now the question is, Maada already for me to look at the election result better one? And another question where they ask, in case this investigation committee come and then pull the actual, election result out, then come and then pull the actual review and tell we say now this then find out the election result not actually reflects the vote of the people. For say, Salon will get for all another election before the actual election date, where for be 2028. Maada be ready for this? Because this again, can we go to another question where make, as I get somebody, I very much confident say, Maada not good enough this power for 6 months. It always they tell me say, if strongly believe say, Maada not win this election, and somebody must prosecute Mohamed Kone, we go make Maada the area about that in the faint instant. And if it faint, then automatically it don't lost everything again. Well, I don't know if that's what you talk about. But I put back I say. He say somebody must expose Mohamed Kone. For sure say Maada not win the election, and then go bring the actual results come at the end of the day. When Maada the year say they don't expose them, it get for faint. Well, I still wait for see. Well, other set of people then still believe say Maada not good in the power for 3 months. Well, I should say it go past 3 months too. But I'll watch it 6 months back, I will wait for talent. But Maada really not ready for this. It not ready for give up. It not ready for hand over power to who that the power for belongs to. I don't know. I still wait for your Yedandi. But again, let's take you to another thing quickly. You would ask a question. Most of you should wait for 98.1 for letting them come up with a program every morning, but today, unfortunately, Maada Today, unfortunately, 98.1 not come out with the program. Guess what happened? For sake of this interview where we don't play so we don't hear it, this new station manager of 98.1 gets agreement or gets appointment with the new Minister of Information when I China back, Siba. So, what's it happen? Wait to not happen? Where you go to the studio, something else happened because the station manager not communicate that with in team. So, Siba go vex and then it misbehave. The Minister of Information misbehave, And he called the Vice President, the same Vice President where the United States they talk about say, not supposed to handle this particular review committee. And then, whether or not the Vice President and call EFSA or not, 98.1 automatically gets blackout. And this will make 98.1 not able to continue with the program. Automatically radio, television, radio and then the online go off. So they're not able to come because they're not glad with this kind of interview where you don't use just know. The kind of way how the United States of America talk. So the question is, why government for block 98.1 not for play this particular interview? Unfortunately, this particular interview, they're all over right now. And Musa Kamara, and I do this interview with the ambassador for the United States of America. I just the question again. You think say Maada be good in a power in 6 months? Or you think say somebody good day in a committee will expose the actual result? My name is the freedom fighter. What you can do yourself? Are they on vacation? Me and young producer. So I take me leave back. Not forget for subscribing and like the program, okay? We love you so much. Bye. I go. They enjoy. Not to enjoy. Enjoy.